Today's a day that many residents of East Palestine, Ohio, have been waiting for more than a year. President Biden is making his way to that village today following last February's train derailment and toxic chemical spill. A White House official telling NewsNation the president will address how his administration is holding Norfolk Southern accountable for that disaster and how it's helping state and local officials support that community. Kelly Meyer joins us live from East Palestine this morning. Kelly, what can we expect the president to do or even not to do today, as all eyeballs will be on him?
Yeah, a lot of people watching this, Markie. You know, we're expecting him to visit with folks here in the community and listen to how this has impacted them. You know, the White House tends to say this is an area where President Biden's empathy shines through, but just how folks here will receive his visit remains to be seen now, a year after that toxic train derailment. Now, he's not set to get here until later this afternoon, around 4:30 p.m. Eastern. First, he will meet with officials and get an update on the response and recovery, and then he will give a speech about how he says his administration is holding Norfolk Southern accountable. A White House official telling NewsNation, quote, the president pledged he would make Norfolk Southern clean up its mess in East Palestine, and his administration is delivering. Now, Biden's visit comes as he continues to campaign for re-election in the 2024 campaign, likely a rematch with his rival, 2020 rival, former President Donald Trump. Trump visited East Palestine just weeks after the toxic train derailment last year, and he took to Truth Social to slam President Biden's visit, calling it, quote, an insult, and that he should have gone a long time ago. He added, quote, I can't believe anyone wants him here. Now, this is a county that heavily favored former President Donald Trump in 2020. Another question people are asking is, why now? Why is President Biden coming to East Palestine now, a year later? As NewsNation has been staying on this story and the White House has been pressed over the last year just when President Biden would visit. They said that he would go when the time was right, they say. They also add that he didn't want to go right after the derailment so they could allow emergency crews to do their job. And they say that they flooded that federal assistance in, and that now he is coming at the invitation of the mayor here. Now, the White House press secretary was asked whether President Biden would drink the water while he was here. Here's what she had to say.
I can say this, that the president has no concerns with drinking the water in East Palestine. The EPA is confident that the drinking water is safe.
Now, note there that she didn't really say yes or no, as residents here remain skeptical that the water is safe. We know the EPA administrator came here last year and did drink the water. There's still questions around just how the administration is holding Norfolk Southern accountable and how they're helping the people here that have serious health issues. We know that Ohio's 2 senators here, one Democratic senator and one Republican senator, are pushing to create a disease registry to help folks with their long-term recovery. Markie?
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.